And good afternoon, residents, and welcome to another edition of Riding Around Renaissance with Rob. It is Saturday. I told you when we did not do one last week, we're going to be doing these kind of when we can right now, because Alex is back at school, and I'm not savvy enough to do this without her. So it's a Saturday. Obviously, there's a beach and water in the background, so we are not obviously in Renaissance. I don't want to manage a beach, so one thing I'm glad the Renaissance doesn't have, although it would be a nice feature. But, so we're just going to sit here for a little bit, and I'm just going to do a little talk. Got some stuff to cover. First, I wanted to address the election that just happened. It was a new process this year, obviously, due to the COVID. We had to do a new process, all paper. I think it went tremendously well. Residents all did it proper with the ballots and everything. You guys were great. We got just about the same amount of votes as we normally get when we do absentees and voting machines. So it was a little over 1,000, 1,100 votes, somewhere in there. So same as we normally get. So that was great. The process went well. You could actually have sat there for 4.5 hours and watched it on Zoom. Some people did. So we did that this year. Then we did the annual meeting via Zoom as well. We do have 2 new board members, so I want to welcome Tom Leonard and Frank Vinto to the board. Actually, I've already done their board orientation and gave them a lot of information to get them up to speed, so they're ready to roll. But I do want to take this time to give a special thanks to Gene Bustoff and Stu Beer. They have been board members for a long time. They were board members before I got here. And that's going on 6 years. Stu served as president for many years. Gene was the president this year. And I've worked closely with both of them over the years. They really were dedicated and still are dedicated to the community. They gave everything. I know that personally because as them being presidents, I worked very closely with them. Stu over the past couple of years, and then Gene, especially this year with COVID, we spent a lot of time just on the phones together doing that stuff. So, I can't tell you enough how much they did for this community, how much they gave for the community, sacrificed their personal times, put the community first all the time. Really am thankful for what both of them did, and wish them best in now getting to relax a little bit, not having so much stress in their life, and enjoying the community as we move forward. But I just wanted to really just say a personal thank you to them for everything they did, and I'm sure that all residents have reached out to them as well. They really did do a tremendous job. So now moving forward is what we're doing. We have some great things coming up. We're starting to try to get some normalcy back into this community as much as possible. So I actually got a few notes. So first thing we got coming up is we got a garage sale that's going to happen next Saturday, the 26th. Yes, 26th. We already have over 120 homes participating in that, and we're still taking them as people want to do it. So that's a lot. So that's going to be a fun day for everybody. I know a lot of people looking forward to that. 120 homes in the community, and I'm sure it's going to be more by the time. Just selling stuff. Everybody loves a good bargain. You can't beat that. So I think that's a really great thing that we're putting on. That the Lifestyles team is getting out there. The other thing they got on the 30th, we have a Touch of Classes performing in our parking lot. The email went out on that, so we're having 2 shows that day. So the registration, everything went on that. So that's going to fill up very quick, I'm sure, as well. So like I said, we are moving forward. Now, I'm sure I've getting a lot of emails, and, gyms, outdoor dining, indoor dining, it's all allowed to be open now. Of course, there are so many guidelines and rules we have to follow, but we are moving forward. We're pursuing the gym very hard. I can tell you right now, the board is in favor of opening the fitness room. Tentatively, and I'm putting it out there tentatively, we're looking at a start date, not this coming Monday, but the following Monday. To open our fitness room. The hours, it's going to be 8 to 8. It'll be Monday through Friday right now. We cannot do weekends. Unfortunately, we are very short-staffed for cleaning, and there's a lot of rules when it comes to cleaning the gym. It's just like the outdoor pool. A lot of guidelines have to be followed. So, we just don't have the staff. We're working to get the staff, but that's what it's going to be for right now. Capacity level, it's 7 people at a time. So there's going to be hour registration, like hour blocks that you have to register for the day before. 7 people at a time. There has to be a social ambassador. That social ambassador has to ensure you're wearing a mask. They have to take your temperature before you go in. They have to ask you the COVID questions before you go in. Then they have to make sure that you are only using the machines. You are responsible to wipe down the machines after. I recommend you wipe down machines before you use machines and after, but you have to wipe down the machines after you use it. Again, that's a requirement, but I always recommend, and I do this personally when I go to the gym. I know it doesn't look like I go to the gym, but I do go to the gym before this COVID. I always wipe down the machine before I use the machine anyway, and then I wipe down the machine after I use it. So I recommend that's what everybody do, but you have to do it after. Then in that period of time, those 8 to 8, we will be closing it down an hour block twice, because the gyms have to be cleaned properly 3 times a day. So we're going to clean it, once, and then it'll be open again. Then we'll clean it again. That'll be our second cleaning, and then we'll open it again. And then after 8 p.m. when it closes, we'll clean it again. So that meets our 3 obligations of proper sanitation. So we will be doing that. But the sign-ups, the information, an email should be going out middle of next week, because the first day to sign up would be Friday. So you're signing up for that Monday. So we'll get that out. And then the number to call in, how to sign up. You're going to already have the waiver. So before you're put on the sheet, the people taking the registrations will verify that you already did submit a waiver. So if you are going to be a Fitness Room user and you did not do the waiver, well, if you want to use Fitness Room, you have to. So make sure you get that in. If you choose not to sign a waiver, you won't be allowed to. Indoor dining. We are working with Fred. He has a plan. He's going to be meeting with the board. This coming Tuesday at their workshop. So I have no tentative on that, but like I say, his plan's being developed, and he'll be discussing that with the board. So that's where we are in terms of like the clubhouse. Those 2 things are progressing. Nothing else inside the clubhouse is progressing at this time. Again, we have to, staff-wise, cleaning-wise, we lost some employees, and, finding new employees at this time with the economy, unemployment, all that stuff, very difficult to do. So we're working on addressing that, but right now that's where we're at. So good things, lifestyles, Joanne, the committee, they're all charging away, looking for more stuff that they can do. They got some great ideas, going, but 2 nice things that I already mentioned that are happening. I think they're going to be enjoyable for everybody. So, we're seeing hopefully something, but then, the governor comes out yesterday and says how our numbers are all jumping. So again, we're at the mercy of what he does. It's not me, it's not the board, it's not the attorney. We're at the mercy of what the governor does. Hopefully he doesn't change paths and all of a sudden start closing us down, because we're full gear here, working daily on doing these things to get as much going as possible. Believe me, I don't want to get stopped at this point. I don't want him turning around and saying, New Jersey shut down again. That, because it's just like, what did we put all this effort in for to get it all going? But we're at the mercy of him. Depending on, the mood he's in, you never know the vibe this guy talks when he's talking. Alex is laughing because she's watched some of his speeches. You just never know the feeling what this guy's going to say next. And, but he was very strong yesterday with this, especially in Monmouth and Ocean County's numbers going up the way they did in 2 days. So it gives you that nervous feeling, but we're plugging away. We're going ahead. We asked everybody to, follow all these procedures, because that's the only way we're going to stop the spread. So if everybody can do their part, then we can, and again, it's not just on a Renaissance level, but everybody has to do their part to keep the spread of this going down, so that we can continue to, open things up. That's the ultimate goal. Get back to normal. We want I want it, you guys want it. Want the normal that was there before. Not this mask wearing, all this type of stuff. We want to go back to the way when we got to stop the spread to do that. So if you are participating in any of these events that we're doing, just follow the guidelines. Don't give us a hard time. Listen to the staff that's there, that's hired to monitor, or, whether we have to tell you got to social distance, whatever, just listen. We're just doing our jobs. Please don't we don't want to suspend anybody. We don't want fights. We don't look for that. That's not what we're doing, but we have to do our jobs. Okay, so that's the message really for today. But I can tell you, we are plugging, we are moving forward. We're trying to get things done. I hope everybody understands that and sees these things that are coming and sees it as a good sign. So at this time, I'm going to turn it over. I've been getting a lot of, I get a lot of feedback on Alex's song. So I've had quite a few residents ask me to ask her to do a 50s song. And 50s music, something I'm very familiar with. I grew up listening to, so I put it on her saying, it's time to do a 50s song. All I know is she went on to and listened to Amazon 50s music for a couple of hours. Don't know what she's doing, so, turn it over to her now.
Say nighty-night and kiss me. Just hold me tight and tell me you'll miss me while I'm alone and blue as can be. Dream a little dream of me.
All right, we're back. So now you heard the song, so you just got to give the song and the artist. This time it is being emailed to Teresa. So Teresa will be sending this email out, and then so you'll send the song and artist to Teresa. First one in gets $10 gift certificate to the deli, and then and she'll put out who won. So that's it. Wrapping this up. Hopefully we'll try to find a day next week to get back into giving you another update. But until then, stay safe and be well.